Alright, today's project is going to be adding cruise control to my truck. My little truck is a base model, which does not come with cruise control, power windows, or anything like that. Since I'm hoping to go on a long trip, I want to have cruise control because it really helps. Um, a lot of the Tacomas come pre-wired. I'll be able to tell once I plug this in. And I bought the cruise control module. It comes with the harness and the two screws to be able to attach it. Let me show you what came in the kit. Pretty simple. Comes with the little cruise control, little shaft, the little harness just to plug it right in. Here's the little cruise control thing, on-off button. I believe this is an aftermarket. I forgot how much I paid for it, but I'll go ahead and put it on the description, the information. And this is just gonna bolt with 2 bolts, and it's gonna attach to the steering wheel. And you have to remove the airbag to be able to access these 2 bolts and to be able to plug this harness. One thing you have to be very careful is with the horn. If there's a ground wire, you might have to relocate it, or you have to add a wire to this harness. I'll be able to tell once I take it all apart. And of course I have to test, make sure that the horn is working after I'm done plugging it in. Alright, so let me go ahead and start taking, first of all, disconnect the battery. You have to disconnect the battery and wait a few minutes. And then I'm going to start taking the airbag off of the truck so that I can plug the steering wheel, the cruise control module, and well, the cruise control stalled. Alright, to be able to remove the airbag, to have access to be able to install the cruise control, there's 2 covers on the side of the steering wheel. One is here, and the other one is on here on the other side that I already removed. Oh, let's see, right here. Then you have to remove these 2 bolts. See if I can see it. There it is. This one right here. Start. Not, I believe it's number 30, the one I'm using. Let's see. Yes, number 30. And then it came right off. I'm gonna go ahead and start removing them. It's kind of hard for me to film at the same time as I'm holding the phone, or to be able to see it, but I'll show you once I've removed the steering wheel, where you will bolt the cruise control sock. All right. Okay. Also, the screws have a little plastic thing that hold them, so the screws do not come out all together. Now that both screws are out, the airbag is loose, and it comes right off. Okay. There's not a whole lot of give on the wires, but let's see. See, mine has the ground wire, and this has to install here. So I'm going to have to move that wire to this location. I'm not sure if you can see it. I'll move the camera so you can see a little bit better, so that I can still have a horn. Otherwise I will not have a horn once I do this. Okay, pause it. Okay, now I have the airbag. I'm holding the airbag so I won't put pressure on the cables and the connections. I have the cable on the right over here. The one that is not plugged in, the one that's just sitting on something. That one has 2 empty spaces in the top. The cable on the left, to the left of it, to the right of the 2 yellow cables, that one has 1 wire, 1 ground wire, that is connected to the back of the airbag. that is a ground wire. I will have to relocate that ground wire to the new plug in the same location, which will be the upper left hand corner, like it is in the one on the that is plugged in, and it's actually plugged in right to the clock spring. I'm hoping that I can remove that cable properly, because that is what makes the horn function, as far as I know. Because I know some people have connected and they have cruise control, but they no longer have a horn working. So I want to make sure that I connect that wire. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the airbag altogether. Sorry, it's not in focus. So that I can transfer that ground wire to the new wiring harness for the cruise control. You put the little locking tabs. Plugs. Same thing on the other one. All the way up. Hope you can see. I'm not blocking, but okay. And I'm being gentle with this thing. Once it's up, it just comes right off. And when you're plugging this back in, you cannot plug them in the wrong place. You go orange to orange, and this one is black to black. All right, this is the cruise control switch that I will be screwing onto the steering wheel, and I'm just removing the ground wire, which I have to relocate here. Let's see. Okay. All right, I've been trying for over half an hour to unpin this little wire, which is the connection to the horn. It's the only thing that, only switch on the steering wheel. So it's the connection to the horn. But I cannot get this thing for some reason to release the pin. I tried a needle, I tried this tool that is made specifically to unpin harnesses. And I'm getting a little frustrated. It's been over half an hour just trying to unpin this little cable. It just will not release. Sometimes it's the little things that hold you back, but I'm gonna keep on trying it. Alright, update on removing the pin from the little plug. I could not get it to remove. I used a special tool, could not work. I used a needle, would not work. Finally, what I ended up doing, and I know to some people it might be, you know, with the right tool it will be super easy. I just could not remove it, and I did not want to damage the pin. What I ended up doing is cutting the little plug on the side so that I can push on the little lock so that I can release it, and then I can install it on the other one without damaging it, because that is my horn and I want to make sure that the horn is working on my little truck. But anyway, I finally got it to release, so I'm gonna go ahead and swap it out to the other plug in the same exact location that this one has it. Alright, so this is the horn for the cruise control switch, and this is the one that was on the truck originally. I'm going to move the pin in the exact location, which is the upper left slot for the harness. This is loose now. This was such a pain. I want to make sure that there's no damage at all. No, looks good. There we go. Yes, it's in there and it's good. It locked. I was pushing it the other way, upside down. So now I can connect the cruise control, and I can retain the ground wire for the horn. Oh my goodness, this was such a pain. I said a quick little prayer, a couple of prayers. So thank God for allowing me to get this thing on there. Man, just having the right tool makes such a big difference. And what you don't, you have to do with what you have. And then I'm just using the blade to cut the old plug. See, I just cut it on the side to be able to release it, and then I pushed on the side. See, this is where the plug is, where the release cable is, and I cut it on this side, on the left side of it, if you're looking on this side, just in case any of you wants to try that, because to me it was such a pain in the rear. If you do it the way I did it, the cable stays on there like it is from factory. It's locked in there. And so I'm gonna go ahead and start mounting, bolting the cruise control, and hopefully everything is gonna work okay. All right, I'm getting ready to install the airbag and the cruise control. First the cruise control, but before installing the cruise control, I wanted to show you what the screws look like. See, these are the screws that hold the airbag. See, they will not come off because they have that little plastic thing holding them. Here's the one on the other side, so you can see a little bit better. And the cruise control will be bolted right over here, and it will plug over here, and then the ground will plug right into the harness for the airbag. But let me see if I can record it so that it can come out. Actually, let me see. I have the cruise control over here. I'll show you how it goes in. All right. Okay, we have it right here. It will go like that. And the little came with the little screws. They're right over here. By the way, I got the cruise control thing from eBay, but man, it would have made it so much easier if it had the ground wire. But some vehicles do not need it. Anyway, I guess it's different kinds. So, but okay, one screw right over here. I'm gonna start by threading it by hand. Alright, I have to show what I'm doing at the same time, so I'm the cruise control refocusing works. Alright. And you can install it wrong. See, it has even the little guiding pin over here, the guiding hole for it. And then the screws, and it's right at the exact place. And here's the harness. The harness will plug right in here. Sorry, I'm just showing. Shows plugs right in here, right on that clock spring. All right, and the only thing left to plug now is the ground, which will be for the horn. All right, I'm gonna have to put the phone down to be able to hold the airbag. So let me go ahead and change it. Okay. I put the cable of for the cruise control in this little clip. It just looks like it was made for it. So I'm putting it right in there. I'm gonna tighten the screws. And these are just Phillips screws. Okay. All right, now for the airbag. Nice and gentle with it. The airbag, the ground goes right over here. Hope you guys can see, and then the other ones orange to orange and black to black. Man, this little ground cable is such a pain. Orange to orange, black to black. There you go, it's in, and then you push it in. The black one, you might have a hard time seeing it, but keep pulling the cables too much. Again, I cannot stress enough to make sure that any time you unplug in the airbag, that you have the battery off. It could be really bad with the airbag going off. Okay now. There we go. There we go. That's in there. Ground is in there. Okay. Now I gotta put the screws on there. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna block the happy see it. Slide my hand down with a wrench. There we go. Okay. You so cool seeing the little cruise control thing on there. You can see real. The bolts were pretty tight. Not sure how tight, but I'm making them really nice and snug. After all, they do hold the airbag just in case that thing goes off. All right. Oh, I'm gonna connect the battery now. I'll test the horn. All right. All right, I just plugged in the battery. Now I gotta test the horn, make sure it's working. If it's working, it means the little wire that I transfer is working okay. Yes, thank you, God. Thank you, God. It's working good. Now I'm gonna try out, see if I turn the button for the cruise control turns on, if he lights up the dash. If he lights up the dash, that will let me know that it was pre-wired for cruise control, because some trucks are not pre-wired for cruise control. I'm hoping that this one was. All right, so I'm gonna turn it on. Okay, turned it on. Horn working. So now the thing is, I'm gonna press on the cruise control switch and put it sideways to see if it lights up on the dash. All right. Oh man, it is so glad to see that little thing that says cruise control. It says cruise control. That means that I have cruise control on the truck. I'm gonna take it for a spin and test it, and then I'll let you guys know. Oh man, I am so happy and so glad. I know it's something simple as cruise control, but like I said, I'm hoping to go on a long trip with the little truck, and I really needed to have cruise control. It will be the longest driving trip that I've ever taken. So oh man, off, on, and I'm doing that as I press the button. Alright guys, I'm gonna go and take it for a quick test, and I'll let you know. Man, I am so happy. Alright, this is the final look of the little cover where the cruise control comes out. Not perfect, but it's pretty good. I used a drill, used a little this bit, and then to clean up all the debris, I used a little lighter to burn out the little debris so it looks cleaner. I'm going to install it, and then I want to take the truck for a test drive. Alright, that's what the final look is going to be on the little stalk. It has to be bigger because you move it up and down to gain or reduce speed, and then you pull it over here. Also, it's one of the functions, but it's all good. It looks exactly like factory. I'm gonna pick the stuff up now and take it for a quick test drive.